Take these suggestions as if your life depends on them, because it does. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share 4 habits that really help me build my confidence and feel better in my skin. Because here on my channel I often talk, actually I only talk about how we can gain our confidence through fashion, and certainly clothes can help us build that confidence and feel better in our skin, but clothes alone cannot do the job itself. So today I'm going to share what are my 4, okay, maybe 5 habits that I do that really help me feel better in my own skin. Hope this helps, and let's start. So I don't really rely on clothes alone to create a sense of being. I believe that we are as young as we feel. So for me, my confidence actually starts at the grocery store. Health is real wealth. So what we bring home is what we eventually put in our body. And what we eat, it doesn't just affect our physical health. It affects our mindset and our energy. It actually goes much deeper than just how we look. So I really try to be very intentional with my choices. I see food as something that either supports my energy or drains it. So for example, let's take chips and ice cream. These two are my biggest vices. So I basically can reach for chips without even thinking, and I try to make a conscious decision right there at the grocery store to just leave it behind, because if I don't take it at home, I'm not gonna eat it. It's simple as that. Well, not the ice cream. The ice cream is coming with me. Leave a little, sorry. So instead, I focus on food that actually nourish me. It's not about removing everything that makes me feel happy. It's about finding the right and better version of it. So for example, let's take chips, my biggest vice. Instead of chips and junk food, I would rather choose like nuts, any kind of walnuts, peanuts, macadamia nuts, my favorite. So I will just switch these industrial junk food for something healthier. Then industrial sugar, I don't even like the taste of these like industrial sweets. They really make me feel so bad. My energy drops so fast when I eat them. So instead I would choose like fruit salad with chocolate topping. Why not? Then I will choose energy balls. I really love energy balls because the way I make them, I don't use sugar, I use dates. I blend dates with a little bit of water in blender and add them to the recipes. So no sugar. Then bread. Instead of this industrial bread, we can really switch to whole grains like oats and brown rice and quinoa. This will fill us up without really draining our energy or gaining weight. And drinks, this is so easy for me. I never like the taste of soft drinks or fuzzy drinks. I drink water, coffee, my biggest vice. Then I drink a lot of smoothies and fresh squeezed juice, and I drink like tea in winter mostly. So for me, it's very easy to not reach for these fuzzy drinks because they're full of sugar, so they're really not good for our well-being. And then instead of fast food and takeaway, I would really take like fresh salad, so with fish, nuts, cheese, eggs, fruits. I love to put fruits in my salads, like seeds. There's so many beautiful recipes and great recipes we can find, so easy to make, that will really fill us up and not make us feel bad about ourselves. Because I know when I make wrong food decisions, not that my energy drops, I also feel very disappointed at myself. So confidence is really not about what we wear, it's really how we feel in our own skin and what we bring in our body every single day. So for me, confidence actually starts at the grocery store. And talking about food supplements, I'm not against them. I have this issue with bloated belly, especially later in the day. Like in the morning, I'm all fresh and I take my selfies, but later I just start feeling bloated, especially after I eat. So perhaps I would love to try some supplements sometime in the future. Other than omega-3 and vitamin C, I never took anything. So second habit, stay active. The hardest is to start, and not every day will be easy, because sometimes I wake up and I feel so optimistic how today is going to be so easy. bring the pain. Still sweating. It's not always easy. When we are active, we don't only look good, we also feel very alive and capable and confident, and that's why I keep showing up, even though I leave my soul right there. Showing up for myself is telling me that I'm disciplined and I can rely on myself. And when I keep promise to myself that I'm gonna show up every single time, I send signal to my brain that I'm trustworthy. And over time, this doesn't only build muscles, it also builds self-trust. I was actually always a very active person, but lately, and when I say lately, I mean for the last 4 years, I completely neglected sport, and amount of guilt I felt because of it felt like a burden hanging over my head every single day. So I'm back. So apart from working out my Frenchie, and to be honest, walk alone is not enough. It's nice, but if I don't question my life choices halfway through the class, did I even work out? I need a proper physical activity, okay? And many times people tell me, oh, it's so easy for you, you're skinny. Well, yes, but nowadays being skinny isn't enough. We need to show that we are toned, we need to show muscles, we need to show that we live healthy, active life. Because if we don't, we send signal of just existing, and that's not attractive. I'm sorry, but someone has to break it down for you. Let it be me. Why not? And you know what? Being skinny by nature is not something I ever took credit for. That's purely just a luck. But building muscles and discipline, that's an achievement, and for that I will take a credit for. That's why I encourage you to start being active, to start doing some sport, no matter of your age, no matter of your weight. It is much better to be the oldest person in the gym than the youngest person in retirement home. I heard that somewhere and it really stuck to me, and I hope it will stick to you as well. Health is real wealth, not Himalaya Niloticus. Glad we had this conversation. Okay, habit number 3, mindset and personal growth. I have my AC on. I hope you can't hear it. For sure you can, but my Frenchie is a princess, so if we don't have that AC turned on, she breathes like crazy and she's priority, so I need to treat her accordingly. However, at some point we realize that even if we train and eat well, if we don't have our mindset in the right place, we don't really feel confident. So for me, instead of waiting to gain that confidence, I started doing things that will make me feel more confident. For example, my English. Many times I make some mistakes, and it's not that I'm not aware of them. For most of time, I'm very much aware of my mistakes, but I'm a creature of habit, and I've learned English certain way, and now even if I know that this is not the right way to say it, the habit is there, the sentence is out, I filmed it, I said it, it's out, I have no time to repeat it. And to be honest, I learned English from French, Italians, Germans, Spanish, Europeans, you get it? And none of these nationalities speak native English. So everyone just speaks English certain way. Having people understand you, it's enough, but that's not enough when you have a YouTube channel, because once I start hearing myself, I'm like, there is something odd in this sentence, I have to fix it. So I start working on that, and that builds my confidence. You see, I said builds, not build my confidence. Singular and plural are my biggest mistakes. I learned it hard way. I've been really vulnerable here, so. And to be honest, what makes me feel better about myself is that I see some other big YouTubers making some mistakes, and I'm like, okay. Comparison is a thief of joy, but sometimes it helps, okay? Then reading books. Every day I try to find at least a little bit of time to read a few pages of a book, because this really builds my confidence. I always loved reading books, and as a child, I'd rather stay indoor reading my book. Kids are weird, I know. And recently I talked about when do you find time nowadays, because we are not kids anymore, to read a book. And one of you mentioned that you use audiobook, and I love it. I love audiobooks. I love podcasts. That's the reason why I got my wireless headphones. So this really helps me doing other chores in my home or walking around and listening to what I love. But there is something so powerful in reading a book, because when I read a book, I create images in my head and situations, and I create the outfit. When I have audiobook, my imagination is not that rich. Then learning and staying curious, like kids always ask why. We should always try to understand the subject we are interested in on deeper level by asking why. So instead of I know a little bit of everything, we start saying I actually understand this. Okay, next thing that helps me build confidence and really just feel much better in my own skin is nothing tangible. It's actually practicing gratitude. And I used to think that practicing gratitude is a waste of time. I never understood the point of that, because why should I be grateful for things I achieved? Because I worked hard to achieve these things, so why should I be thankful? When we remind ourselves on things we achieved, our focus goes on our achievements and not so much on things we actually are chasing for. And why I said gratitude is not tangible? Because when we have healthy nutrition, we feel better. When we do some sport, we see muscles. When we read some books and learn, we become wiser and smarter. But with gratitude is different. Gratitude does not give us some tangible result that we can see. It's really how we feel from the inside. But just because we can't see result, it doesn't mean it's not powerful. So just staying grateful for our achievements every now and then will really help us build confidence. So yeah, I think this one is actually very powerful. And finally, the last thing that helps me feel better about myself is fashion and clothes. The reason why I opened a YouTube channel, because I strongly believe that clothes can tremendously help us feel better in our own skin and feel more confident. One thing I stopped doing is saving my good clothes for special occasion, because I've learned that today is the day that I will never actually get back. Today is the day that I should embrace that my life is happening right now, not tomorrow, sometime in the future. And when I choose to wear my good clothes on any random Tuesday, I just feel much better about myself. And that's why I built this channel, to give just ideas and options to women how to dress better on daily occasion and not really save these good clothes for some better days. Put the dress on, don't save it, because these things will get ruined even if they sleep in our closet. And actually it is scientifically proven that when we put a nice outfit on, we actually feel better about ourselves, we behave differently. Clothes can help, and I'll take any help I can to feel more confident. So yeah, these are my habits that really help me feel more confident and better in my own skin. So having good nutrition, being active, never stop learning, gratitude, and of course a cute outfit can always help. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you got motivated to at least adopt one of these habits. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
Let's get scratching.
And this really ruined my confidence, because I know that most of my viewers are coming from USA, so